Yo, look, I like Shopify. I really do. I use it to help sell all of our goodie stuff. Okay. And I'm being serious here. All right. So when we started a clothing brand, it was very difficult. We were so unorganized. I am still unorganized in my life, but at the very least, at least my online sales are organized thanks to Shopify. Okay. Now look, sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/chaser, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/chaser now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/chaser. I'm serious. It really helps. We really do use it. Yo, do you like slots? Do you like blackjack? Well, check it out. Summer from DraftKings Casino. It's lit, okay? All types of games from A-lister to Loki's Luck. It's gonna be lit, okay? And new players can get $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $1 wager. And all players get a blockbuster bonus every week. So sign up with code NOCHASER5 and grab your popcorn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in West Virginia, visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 and over. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. One per opted-in new customer. $5 in wagers required. Max $50 in non-withdrawable casino credits that expire in 168 hours. See casino.draftkings.com/get50 for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, his face was white as snow.
What color was it?
Everywhere that Mary went.
What?
Everywhere.
What?
Mary went.
Yeah.
Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
That's right. That's right. Parent life.
Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blade.
Wow. Starting the show off with a banger.
That's right.
We have a lovely guest for you today. I've known you for a long time through the social media world, and we've partied together on occasion. Model, influencer.
You can go however you want it. Instagram hoe.
I mean, I wasn't gonna do all that. I was just saying words.
I just live up to it. You know.
Tim was trying to find words.
Reality star. Make some noise for Stephie.
Yay!
I wasn't trying to do all that. I feel like
I mean, I don't
you didn't
care.
have to do
I don't get really offended by anything. So you might as well just play onto it.
I wasn't trying to. But I'll tell you this first. I feel like even though we've kind of known each other and have a lot of mutual friends and have partied together, I feel like we've never had an actual conversation.
No, it's always been me twerking in the club. I'm like, oh, Steph's here.
Yeah.
I know that tattoo.
Yeah. Right.
My ass isn't out fully at the club. I'm not stripping, but I'm twerking. But yeah.
Her ass isn't out. I'm like, who that? And then the Hello Kitty pops. I'm like, oh, Steph.
Your face, Steph. Yeah, that's all we know each other. As much as we know each other.
It's all good. Well, let's talk about this. You were fucking late, and you're singing "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
That's the only thing that's stuck in my head. When you're a parent, it's what do you have stuck in your head?
A lot of other things that is definitely not Mary Had a Little
that.
Lamb.
That's all
I'm also, I'm a parent. I'm a father to a beautiful 3-year-old girl who's intelligent, smart, amazing. So what's in my head, of course, is bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Hey.
Don't you wish you could blast that all day long?
I've been slowly trying to, wedge in some of the classics into her repertoire. You feel me?
Sure.
You posted your son recently.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah.
With dancing on the.
That little man been twerking before he could walk. I remember
You know what?
With his hands on his knees.
Hands on your knees.
My boy Q, if you don't follow me on Instagram, now mind you, he was twerking. You can't deny that he was twerking, but it wasn't to. The song I put over it was "Don't Drop That," hey, which feels like a fucking oldie at this point. I don't even know how old that song is, right?
Oh no!
But the actual song he was twerking to is a guy that makes baby videos named Danny Go, and he got a banger about trash men. It's called "Give Me That Garbage." And you take out the trash and fire.
Yeah, our some bangers they remix some shit some lullabies. I'm like, oh, okay, I can get to this.
You fuck with Gracie's Corner?
No, it's Gracie's corner.
Hold on, let's play a little bit.
Okay.
Because Gracie's corner will
Don't get
change.
flagged or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
we didn't have these growing up.
No,
Yeah.
the technology we have now for kids is amazing, and like I think that's why some of our kids, due to being Asian, that's why they're probably smart. You know, right?
Well, you know, I feel like
Because of the technology.
I'm not
Yeah.
iPad.
No, I actually she doesn't. My daughter, you know,
How
to
old
each
is
their
your-
own.
how
She's
old is
4,
your-
so
4?
we should have a play date.
Okay.
someday.
your daughter's 4.
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter's 3. Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
would love that because my
Yeah.
daughter also kind of gravitates towards older girls. Yeah.
So does my daughter usually, but she also babies anyone that she knows is even a month younger than her. She's like, "Oh, I'll take care of you. Let me feed you. You need a baba?"
Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, Gracie's corner.
Hey, let's go for a ride on the bus.
Hold on, wait for the drop.
Oh wait.
It's gonna change your life.
Swipe the remix, God. Fat man scoop.
Oh yeah.
What? Round.
Hey,
Bitch.
What? That's right.
Yeah, that's the shit. That's what I'm talking about.
fire.
Oh, we had
Yeah.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Ooh, wow.
I had Snoop.
Wait, how old are you? I mean, we had
older than that.
Snoop too. What are you talking about?
Like my parents weren't playing
It
Snoop.
was a joke.
So yeah, if I've been trying to, I threw in some fucking some pot. No, you know what happened the other day? I had her kid shit playing in the car. I had the phone connected to the car, and then I happened to be scrolling through Instagram, and a reel played, and it was to the tune of California Love, and I was like, oh shit! I scrolled away because I was like, let me not throw off her groove. And then she was like, "Daddy, why you change it?" And she said, "I was dancing." I was like, "Oh, you like that, baby?"
Said, that was pop, dude.
Yeah.
That's right.
She said, what side?
Yeah. I said, "What's side, Dad?" And I was like, "Oh, baby girl. Okay, so this song's called California Love. It's by Tupac. I bought you his shirt from Target, and now you know who
live
it
in
is."
California.
Yeah, and now she fucks with that song, and it's such a fun moment. You know what I'm saying? Because we got you some whiskey as well.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Would you
Cheers
like to
to-
shoot or sip? It's on you, player.
Uh, Sip.
Sip.
Let's sip. Let's sip.
Let's
It is
take it
early.
slow a little
It is early,
bit,
low-key. It's almost noon.
Almost.
Look, I gave up.
That's right there.
We woke up, we drinking.
She got to listen to Day Not Like Us the other day.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
And what was her reaction?
So loud.
Daddy. Oh yeah, because the music video dropped. We were all kicking it, and like, what were we watching before that? I forget.
The Sing 2.
Yes, we were watching it too, and then someone was like,
Maybe.
"Oh shit, They Not Like Us just dropped music videos." Like, "Oh, sorry, baby girl." Pause.
Stiff armor.
Yeah, right. I just fucking choke slammed her into the couch. Sit your ass down.
Kidding, guys. Kidding. You have to make that disclaimer now.
Daddy, I love you.
Not on this show.
Like, no.
Mommy's Canadian.
He's Canadian.
She's like, "Daddy, he DM'd me." Look, Drake, that's a joke. You know I still fuck with you, bro. You know I still fuck with you. That's a joke. That's a joke. I promise.
It's a funny joke.
I know. It's like it feels like low hanging fruit. It almost it's so low hanging that it almost feels wrong to do that. But it's like you got to do it.
And you
Gotta
never
do it.
apologize that quick. You're like, hey.
Bad.
You do feel you do get a little parent guilt a little bit. It like hits you a little bit, but like then you're like that was
Drake
fucking
guilt.
up.
I don't
That's bad for Drake.
He said, fuck them kids.
Mr. Lamar is a bully.
Like, what?
All right, man. But enough about Drake. Where you from?
Pittsburgh.
Word.
Yeah, I'm originally from Pittsburgh.
Interesting.
I'm bi-coastal, I guess you can call it. You know, I'm out here a lot. But yeah, Pittsburgh. The best people come from Pittsburgh. Come on, I know you're gonna name.
You might be the only one I've met.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like,
Why? The first
cool.
thing I thought was like
Wiz
Pittsburgh,
Khalifa?
California.
Yeah,
This is how California.
I was gonna ask
And
that,
I never heard of
bi-coastal.
Pittsburgh, California. I was like, oh, what? That's Bay. I was like,
That's up our way.
yeah, that's like Bay Area.
Yeah.
Right?
I had a lady up there.
I've been
I
to.
bet you did.
I miss her so much.
You're gonna say I've been to Philly, right?
No, I was gonna say not only have I been to Philly, Pero also, I've been to a food festival in Pittsburgh called Picklesburg.
Picklesburg, yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
hopping. It's a crazy. It's
Crazy,
it's
Nikki
like
Blades.
a can of sardines. Yeah.
So Pittsburgh has mad like bridge.
Wait, time out. Hold on. Side note. It's crazy, like a can of sardines.
Packed like a can of sardines,
Oh,
you know?
packed. Oh, I was like, I eat sardines.
Packed.
Packed.
I said
Yeah, I
it was
was like-
crazy packed. And
Oh.
then like, I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
okay,
That's some
Yeah,
weird
no.
Pittsburgh
Yeah.
shit.
I was like, damn, I've never heard that. That's crazy. Like a can of sardines. And then you gonna have my ass
I
out
thought I
here.
said packed and you guys didn't hear me, but forget it.
Cracked, like,
I'm still gonna use it. I like crazy.
Packed.
Packed.
Yeah.
God.
Sorry.
Oh my
right.
gosh, forget it.
So it's crazy. There's like Pittsburgh has mad bridges. So for Picklesburg, they shut down a whole bridge and fucking like it's all these like pickle themed vendors. I had
Ooh.
pickle soda, pickle fucking
Ice
ice
cream?
cream.
Yeah.
For everything.
Fire, pickle, kimchi, grilled cheese.
Oh.
Girl, it was
I-
so fire.
I love pickles.
I do like pickles. I like fermented anything really because I'm Korean, half Korean. So
Oh, are you?
yeah.
Korean what?
Korean what?
Korean
South
and
Korea?
No, Korean and what? Is the other
You know
half.
what? Not gonna lie, when white people are like, "Oh, what are you?" I'm like Korean. They're like, "Which part?" I'm like,
Oh, they
Like,
ask you
Would
that?
I be here
all
if
the
it was
time.
the other one?
you know, I say that, and then they look at me really confused, and I'm like, "Well, Korea and Asia are the same. Asia is a continent, and Korea is a
I have
country."
ne-
I had to get into that whole spiel.
That's crazy.
That sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy.
But when I was in high school, bro, shout out to Paramount High, one of our bestest friends, Julian Wright, I was in Spanish class and he was like, and this was my boy, so I didn't take it as some racial shit, but this was just my first time I realized like, oh, people are just kind of like
they
ignorant
don't know, yeah,
to a lot of things if they're not raised around it, right?
for sure.
And so Julian was like, let me ask you something, man. So there's China and there's Asia, right? And I was like, whoa, let me break this down.
Welcome to class.
Well, also, yes.
Well, yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
Absolutely right.
But let me tell you, and I think the discrepancy is, just do a little tangent on geographical shit. I think the discrepancy is when you think of like Latinos, right? Everybody speaks Spanish, even though there's all these different like Hispanic countries.
Mhm.
So that's why people think like, oh, all y'all speak Chinese, and all y'all speak, but it's like, oh, it's almost like Africa, right? Everyone speaks different languages and there's
Right.
all these different countries, but people just gotta be like, oh, I had some African food,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
Some people just don't know.
That's why I just had to answer for the people
Mhm.
already when you said, well, what is the other half? I'm like, oh, it's
Yeah.
South Korean.
You from the good half or the bad?
The good
You just
one.
didn't want to. You're like,
But my other half is, it's a mud, but I usually just say Italian German.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
Hence, like, at my ass. It doesn't come from my Asian side, that's for sure.
Well, that depends as well.
Yeah.
That depends.
How many-
Who,
Germans
Italians got ass?
Germans got
Germans
ass.
got ass?
I mean,
Who got
like
ass?
Italians?
Yeah, I ain't never seen no damn.
I don't know. You know what? I haven't studied ass enough. So, fellas,
Look, I'm asking, who got the ass?
oh,
Well,
okay.
I mean-
It's 2024. Who knows who has real
yeah,
ass?
I don't know where the ass
Yeah.
comes from. Normally,
So,
it comes from Miami, but
Theoretically, if we think about carbs, pasta, pizza, Italians,
Italians are
That
known
makes
for
sense.
asses.
Known
Germans.
for?
Yes, it's like
I just don't be looking at Italians enough.
okay. Well, we need
My
to.
bad, Italy.
Yeah.
German, Hernde, Gründe, Bründe,
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. But I will say this, speaking to my travel.
Guten ass.
What'd you say, gluten ass?
Gluten
They got the gluten ass. Southeast Asians tend to have ass, I feel. Like,
Yeah.
Cambodians, Thai, Laos.
Yeah.
That I know.
Yeah, like my
Yeah.
prom date, shout out to Linwood High. She went to Linwood. She was a loud girl.
why are you shouting them out?
Because-
sponsor.
That's why he
Because my
does.
prom date went to Linwood
Oh.
and she had ass.
And Tim gives first and last names normally.
Man,
He's like,
it's crazy.
yeah, he first and last names and
like
their
Social
addresses
Security,
all the time.
1, 2, 3.
All the time.
So
So she was caked up.
she was caked up.
Yeah.
We were just, Asian girl, loud girl, caked up. And it wasn't until we went to Boston and it was like, we got Cambodians.
Cambodians.
Yeah, in Long Beach, but it wasn't until we went to like the Boston Cambodians, it was like, all y'all got ass.
Yeah,
It was
like,
crazy.
Where'd this come from?
So we started calling them Cambodians.
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
Indians. Okay, I like that's clever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but yeah.
my ass comes from the Italian side, so I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, how do you know? Did you do a
Congrats.
23andMe for the ass specifically?
My dad's side is all really big hips and really big asses. So
Oh.
it's inevitable that I was going to get the big ass. If I show you guys pictures, you'd be like, woo.
You got a picture of your dad's ass on you right now?
You want to see? No. I do
Just
not.
cakes and dollars.
The women.
The button on the back pocket. Don't button.
It's always
It's right on my screensaver, actually. Check it out.
Can't get it from my dad.
No, the women on my dad's side are all
Oh, word. Okay.
big thighs, big hips, big asses.
Oh,
They're just bigger, and yeah.
okay.
All right. And then, okay, so
Blessings.
when did you realize that you had ass and you could use that to your advantage in the world of
You know what it
modeling
probably
and
was?
social media?
It probably was when like Kim Kardashian started coming out and stuff and the reality show of that. And she kind of normalized assets because it was like cool to be like anorexic in high school.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, oh, it gotta be the skinniest. And it was always like paparazzi was always showing like the skinniest girls and like, you know, just look like twigs. Right now I'm super skinny. But
You went to high school in Pittsburgh?
yeah, I went to a creative and performing arts high school. Shout out to Kappa. They're not
That's-
sponsoring us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, question, since we were talking about assets and whatnot.
What's good, all you entrepreneurs and hustlers out there? Lord knows it's difficult to stay organized when you're trying to make that money, okay? But Shopify helps me stay organized because I be having trouble, okay? Look, when I started this clothing brand, Goody Brand with Rick, we were all over the place. We didn't know what was going on, okay? But Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, okay? Whether you're selling scented soap or fly outfits like me and Rick and Goody, Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered, okay? It really, look, during the pandemic, we got our biggest surge of sales, and it was kind of hard to keep it organized and keep everything together and get those shipments out. But Shopify was a big help, okay? Now, look, what I love about Shopify is no matter how big you want it to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. All right, now check this out. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/chaser, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/chaser now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/chaser.
Your tattoo, which one, that's what I knew you from when I first started modeling, is like you had the Hello, we've worked with a lot of the same photographers, and Steph has the Hello Kitty tattoo.
I do.
Now, what made you, because I feel like, is that your only tattoo?
No, I have a tattoo on my hip. I
Karopi.
got
Karopi on the hill.
Yeah.
That's some Asian shit.
Yeah, that's super Asian.
It's along the
it's
same
totally,
line.
but my
Super
tattoos
cute.
are super, super fob.
Okay.
But I wouldn't even say fob because people in Korea would not get these tattoos. But so I guess it's like fake fob. But the one on my ass,
Yeah, the Hello Kitty on the booty.
I was like a high school like.
You got Hello Kitty on your butt in high school?
So listen, you're not letting me finish this.
Shit, I'm just in shock. Hold on, wait. I was like,
Let me finish this
okay,
story.
okay, tell me. I want the story.
I was like a class clown. And so someone made a bet, and I think it was like a $50 bet. But at that time, that's a lot of money. Okay. You're in high school.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yeah.
especially when you have to work on your own and spend,
Yeah.
use your own money for everything. But I was like, oh yeah, I'll get a tattoo on my ass. So I was going to a community college at the same time I was in high school, and I had a college ID. And I was like, oh, I forgot my ID. Here's my college ID. And I snuck out, got the tattoo, showed them my college ID, and they're like, yeah, sure, let's do this.
Oh shit, you weren't 18 yet?
No.
Dang.
I was like 16.
Okay.
And I was like, this is the best spot to do it because my dad's never going to find out.
Yeah.
Sure shit enough, the whole world can see my tattoo on my ass. And sometimes I want to get it removed because I'm like, it's too close.
No.
It's like too close to the hole.
I was gonna say that as a joke.
Like, I wish I would have just moved it over a little bit, but I think I was so terrified that if we went on vacation, like somehow my bikini would like, this was before scrunch butts and thong bikinis, you know? Like it was like somehow my bottom would like slip over and my dad would see it and beat my ass. So I was like, let me just move it over. And then now I look at it, I'm like, it's just too close. Like,
Whoa.
you might as well just say like enter here, you know? Like,
Well, here's what you should do. You should double down and just put a little cat ears on your asshole. So it's like little buddies.
Yeah, I mean, I could do like what's Hello Kitty's friend? I forget.
Karobi was one of them.
Yeah.
she said I'm Korean, I'm not Japanese.
I could make a bigger version, put ears, and then make the hole the nose. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just fully commit.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well. You know,
or how about this? The Hello Kitty with a big old body, and your asshole is the kitty's asshole too.
Oh, like bent over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're going somewhere with this. I might have to change the whole shit up back there. No pun intended, but yeah.
All right. Well, how does one? Well, okay. So you're on speaking of reality, because you're talking about Kim Kardashian. You're on a reality show now. You're living your Kim Kardashian dreams.
Yeah.
Tubi. Is this like the first Tubi reality show? Tell us about it.
It is. It's the first Tubi reality show. It's like, you know, everyone keeps asking me, like, they keep seeing it on like social media, and I keep seeing posts and stuff. They're like, so what's the challenge? It's this reality show. I'm like, does anyone remember Real World? Like, hello? Like, it's like, there's no challenge. There's no end goal. There's no plot.
Yeah.
We're stuck in a house. There's like 9 to 10 psychopaths stuck in a house. I'm included in that. And, you know, we just have to like, you know, we're all content creators, but I guess our common denominator here is OnlyFans. We create content for that. And we're just shoved in the house out of our own will. We did that, but yeah, it was
just physically shoved into a house.
I just put a like disclaimer, you know. But
took all the food out.
No, they provide us lots of food, so that was great. You know, like at least like every day you can wake up and there's always food in the fridge and supplied. I'm like, that's why I'm going to sign up, because of the food. You know,
Right.
And it was tough for me, I think, because I was the only mom in the house. So being like, you know, Tim, like being like one day away from your child, you feel like you've been gone for like weeks and you like miss out. You're like, wait, what did you learn? You learned how to say like cat? Like, it's just like, you just feel like you miss out on so much.
You know, it feels corny to say that, because I remember watching reality shows back in the day, right? And there was specifically, to your point, it was a Road Rules versus Real World, one of them shits, right? Before even The Challenge was a show, and it was a couple. They were on there. They were like, you know what? We're ready to go. We want to get back to our kid. And they'd only been on that shit for like 2 weeks. And we were watching like, yo, stop being weak, bro. It's only 2 weeks, right? But now, you know, but y'all know, I film with you guys and I'm like, no, I can't buy you food, Nikki Blades. I have to get back to my children.
Look, that was
It's been 2 hours, dog.
That was in my notes. I said, look, part of me being on the show was the fact that we get to eat after. And then as soon as them babies came out, oh my God, I can't get a babysitter.
And I'm like, what
And
the fuck you got notes for?
my nanny can't show up. I'm like, fuck them kids, I'm hungry.
Every day she looks at her original draft that said you can't have kids, and she regrets not making you sign that one.
Said I knew I should have gave that to them.
All right, so how long was the process?
I originally was supposed to be like 8 weeks, and then I think it turned into like 3 months.
What?
Wow. They pushed it, and like, because they didn't actually know when we were like ending. Because we're the first of the first, so they have no idea what's going on. Like, everything's just like a shit show. Like, we didn't know the castmates were going to be the castmates that they were, and like it was just ongoing drama, unscripted ongoing drama. So they just kept filming, and I'm just making these assumptions, because we kept asking like, when are we going to end? When's it over? When's it over? And in our contracts, I'm sure it says somewhere like it's just based off of, you know, whatever. But
yeah, I mean, Big Brother does a whole summer too. You know what I'm saying?
There hasn't been enough drinks thrown in faces yet. We have a quota.
And I think Real World used to be like 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
6 months? No way.
Yes, like early Real World would be like, yo, we're gonna go for like 6 months. Jersey Shore was like summers, but it would also be longer than that. You know what I'm saying? Because you get the whole, they would just be living. They would be living and working. You know what I'm saying? So, because I remember I was a big Real World fan, even as a little kid.
I think everybody was.
And
it was the best show ever. So that's what I tried to explain to people. I'm like, there's no fucking challenge. Why do you keep watching this? Like, I don't understand. What are they going to win? I'm like, we're not winning anything. Get over the 2024 reality TV shows where they're just always like a challenge, or there's always like some couple love thing, like whatever plot. And I'm like, no, just watch the show, because it's actually fucking good. And it's just like, it's real. It's crazy. And it's even crazier. Like, the stuff they left out is crazier, you know, because there's just so much fucking drama that they can't make it in all the episodes.
So I downloaded Tubi because I saw all of y'all, which we're all friends with, posting on your stories this thing. And I was like, what? I remember writing you like, what the fuck are you, like, what is this? Because there was no context. It was always like randomly you would just throw stuff up on your stories.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I was like, oh, this is a show. And I've never downloaded Tubi until then.
Yeah.
But with that said, what made you decide that out of all the reality show options there are out there, that this was the one that you were going to step out and do?
So, yeah, that's a great question. I've been asked that before, and I've been asked to be on other reality shows, and I've always just declined, like, nah, it's not for me. Like, and I'm not in it for like that kind of, I do social media for attention, but not that kind of fame. I've never been like interested in that. But I was like, I have OnlyFans, and I'm trying to build and build and build, and I make great money on OnlyFans. You can look it up. I've like my highest month was like $75K, and I'm implied.
Dang, you ain't no nipples on there?
No.
Whoa.
I mean, like see-through-y stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
there's nipples,
can't ask
nipples on.
that.
There's nipples on there.
Listen.
You just gotta subscribe to find out. You know,
Exactly.
All of her captions and descriptions are accurate. Unlock it.
Strike that from the record. Look, when she says she's playing with her kid, she's not talking about the tattoo.
It is not an animal.
Just buy that shit. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, there's actually a lot of things that I do on there. Like I collab with girls that
You be doodling on there?
Doo-doo, that too. Edit this how you want to edit it, okay? No, I mean, I do collabs with like other women and stuff that like are porn stars or do implied or do nudity, whatever. I'm all for whatever you want to do on there. But yeah, I got approached by it, and they were telling us like, it's like based off of OnlyFans. The common denominator here is OnlyFans. You guys are creators and stuff like that, and they, it was a nice bribe. But I was like, I'm actually genuinely interested in this because I want to grow my business. I want to grow. And people are probably going to be like, oh, what business does she have? OnlyFans, this little slut. But like, I
keep putting shit out there.
I don't think people feel that way.
No, because in my mind, that makes absolute sense because the premise of the show is a bunch of OnlyFans content creators in the house, and I've watched episodes. So it is about business. There's no other reason really, in my opinion, outside looking in, to be on OnlyFans if it isn't to make money.
Exactly.
And when you guys are on the show, one of the main conversations seems to be about business.
It is.
You gave lessons on live streaming. You taught some of the guys on how to monetize it, how to really get that going.
So that's another thing too. That's like when they approach me, they love that like I'm business savvy and I invest into properties, and I am a mom at the same time. And the struggle of juggling that life is so much work. I talked to you about this the other day. I'm like, no offense, guys, but like when people are like, I'm like, oh, can you guys do this today? Can you meet up for
people
this?
to the left of me.
You understand. But like whenever you're like scrambling, trying to juggle your schedule, trying to get shit done, edit, whatever, go over content, emails, phone calls, left and right, and then you're dealing with a child at the same time or children, you're like, you feel like your head's going to explode. And then you make one phone call to someone like, hey, can you schedule this day or meet up this day? And they're like, oh, I have a baby shower to go to. And I'm like, the fuck does that, I don't care. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, you're like, I get shit done. If I can get shit done, like I have a baby shower to go to too, like shit like that. So it's like, I was so intrigued that they were willing to portray that business side of me and the mommy side of me. And I was like, let's do this. Let's run this. And I was like, hopefully, it gets portrayed that way. And like, it did for the majority of the part.
I was almost on there as well.
Oh, really?
Kazumi, after she came on last time, she was like, I'm shooting this reality show. You should come pull up to like, we're doing like a pool party. I was like, yeah, all right. At first, right?
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, yeah, I'll pull up to a Tubi reality show, right? I'm like, because in my head too, I'm like, this movie I'm trying to write, let me get in with some Tubi good graces, because if, let me just put my movie on Tubi, right? Because Tubi's kind of been doing her thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then so I'm like thinking, how do I make this sound like work? I'm like, babe, babe,
So the homie Kazumi, the homie
Kazumi,
the sis.
she's filming a program
by a pool
with
a network, a very popular network,
and
reputable.
it would probably be beneficial,
right?
if I pulled up, made some contacts, did some network,
showed face.
I mean, it
attended
can't
a meeting.
It can't hurt.
So it's not about porn.
At all.
It is about OnlyFans.
But then I was like, I forget why. I was like, never mind. Have fun.
Never mind. I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna go.
Every time you try to tell her you had an erection, like,
yeah, right.
this is never gonna work.
I'm walking up to the door, fully bricked up. I'm like, let me just take my ass home. Before they take this clip and it goes.
That's it. That's all you're known for. Tim shows up. There's one scene and they had to blur it out. It's just blurred.
Your lower third is erection man. Don't even say your name.
Look at this dick boy out here.
Yeah, like the people that answer the door have no idea who I am. Like, some dude just showed up fucking erect to the door and
We had
left.
to turn him away.
You would have fit right in. I mean, actually, that wasn't even like that. But we were all having fun that day. It was a good day.
Well, next season I'll pull up.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
And then, well, how do you feel now that you've done a reality show? Like, oh, and also let me ask you this, because yes, you, as you said, you are a mother, right? And that was your like unique thing in the house, but also like, how do people, react to you as a mother who has an OnlyFans? Like, what kind of?
The house was super respectful, man.
Yeah.
Like, I there was a lot of other castmates that did like porn, and I never understood that industry. I was always like very like accepting of it, but I never understood it until I was in the house with them. I'm like, these people are the hardest working motherfuckers I've ever like been around.
Yeah,
I mean, they like, and they're so professional, so clean about it, so everything. And like, you think that they're like, yes, in the beginning of the show, they're kind of walking around fucking everything. And I'm like,
you're like, God, I got to sit there later.
Like I would wake up like for breakfast and like they put their big ass screen in the kitchen where you're trying to cook and they're editing scenes of getting like ass fucked. And I'm like, can I just like make some eggs?
Like sausage and eggs this morning.
I think I'm
Kazumi's like, can you chill with your eggs? I'm trying to get some work done.
Chill.
I think that's the next episode where is Kazumi, right? Is in the next episode?
In a world of slot reels and blackjack deals comes the must-play event of the summer from DraftKings Casino, featuring non-stop action and an all-star cast of games including A-Lister, Loki's Luck. This summer blockbuster is one you won't want to miss. Plus, new players can get $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $1 wager, and all players get a blockbuster bonus every week. So sign up with code NOCHASER5 and grab your popcorn. It's showtime on DraftKings Casino.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in West Virginia, visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 and over. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. One per opted-in new customer. $5 in wagers required. Max $50 in non-withdrawable casino credits that expire in 168 hours. See casino.draftkings.com/get50 for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, this episode you're guys gonna have to watch Kazumi. Yeah,
So
you're just gonna have to watch that one. That's the best I can say. But
Can I run something by you real quick? Does that moan sound real? No, huh? No. Okay, I'm gonna cut it out.
Can you run these lines with me? Step bro, I'm stuck. Step bro, I'm stuck.
Step bro, I'm stuck. Oh no.
yeah, so there'd be like things like that. Actually, full credit to Kazumi because I would see her prep work. And you guys are like,
Her pussy?
Side note, we back Kazumi on. Kazumi is one of the ones.
She's a boss.
yes, she is.
Yeah, and I'm on her close friends. And if you're
Yeah.
on the close
Yeah,
friends,
I
you
am
see that
too.
green circle when Kazumi's up, I'm reading her paragraph she's posting up
she
there.
posts like some
Yes.
very in-depth shit and it's like, and it makes sense. And we got to see like the behind the scenes of all that stuff and how excited and enthusiastic they were about their jobs and their careers and stuff like that. So they're very passionate. So they, as much as I respected them and stuff, they respect me just as much because they're like, wow, you're a mom, you're incredible. How you handle all of this and juggle all of this. I'm like, I don't. I make it look like I do, but I don't.
Right.
It's like I'm stressed out of my fucking mind and like constantly your thoughts are always your child, and then yours are Drake, but like mine are like children. Yeah, I just like they really respected me. I had her on. I think it was episode 5.
Oh, but you have baby girl on? Oh.
Yeah, so it was actually her birthday weekend, and I was like, I felt so terrible. I wanted to like cry that whole month. And I was like, what am I gonna do?
Oh,
I
'cause you
feel
were
terrible.
gone?
Yeah. And so they actually like flew out and I'm a little absent in the first few episodes. I'm still there, but not as much. I went back home for Easter. I had her come out. I wanted to spend time with her. But yeah, they actually had her in the house and celebrate her birthday and sang to her and stuff like that.
Cute.
And she was so sweet. And everyone's so sweet to her. And then one of my castmates, Ava, goes, she likes to like just blurt out things. She just has just a blurting mouth. You'll have to watch the show to understand what I'm talking about. But she's like, what are you thinking bringing your child into an OnlyFans house? I was like, man, I bring my child into my own house. I'm an OnlyFans girl. Like, what difference does it make?
Yeah.
How do I know if I'm not going to go to a stranger's house and not going to do some, whatever, like going to like some girl's birthday party? I don't know any of these parents. Like, so like, what difference does it make? Like everyone tries to put on this like stigma. Oh, like you're OnlyFans and you're a mom. I'm like, okay, we have the face of legislation right now is Kim Kardashian, made a sex tape. She's passing some laws there and she, like you can do whatever you want. Like we have people like Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Lawrence, and these, what is it? When am I saying that? I don't even know what movies they were in, but like, they've done scenes and lesbian scenes and like they have children, like it doesn't matter like what you do. It's just what you do with it, So it's like, I don't give a shit. As long as it's making a shit ton of money, like that's all that matters. And my daughter's going to be set up. She's going to be rich. I'm rich. More kids after that are going to be rich. I don't give a shit. So granted, like I have to figure out a way to not like fully spoil her with money because like, it's hard.
Struggle,
like,
man.
I mean, you're like, you want that Louis Vuitton bag? I got you.
I am looking to be adopted.
It feels
you can't
like
spoil me. I will not complain. Okay.
You're not gonna lie. You just kind of made me realize this. It is a blessing and a curse to have to be like, I'm trying not to spoil my child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because in your head, you feel like mentally, I'm like, I worked this hard.
Yeah.
So that baby girl and my boy won't have to live
how we grew up.
as, and shout out to my parents. They made it work. They made it happen. I had a great childhood. I was so happy, right? But then it's like, now I'm like, damn, she don't even know the value of a dollar.
We had that conversation.
Actually, I thought that too. And I was like, I do buy her things here and there. Maybe every time I'm at the store, I'm like, oh, you want a little teddy bear? But every time we buy something, we donate it. And she's super, super passionate about this because I have to explain to her, I've explained to her once and she just grasped it. But I'm like, there's kids that can't actually have toys all the time. And you go to the store and you get toys and, there's toys that you don't use anymore. Let's just separate that, put it into a box. And
So when you get a new one, you donate the old one?
Yes.
That's fire.
Yeah. And she knows that and she gets super excited. She's like, oh, if I get a new toy, if I get a toy. But also she understands. She's super passionate. Recently, she started doing this like happy cry. I'm like, and because she saw me crying one time and I was like watching something like happy, like a memory or something. I'm like, it's happy tears. And so now when she kind of like does that little donation thing and her eyes start to water, I'm like, what's wrong, babe? She's like, it's happy tears. I just want to see their happy faces. I'm like, like my heart, she's very, very caring and passionate. And like, she just has so much love in her. And like, I grew up without that and poor and, whatever. And my dad was a single dad of 3 girls. And I'm like,
wow.
Yeah. And so it was a struggle. And I always wanted to raise my children the complete opposite, like you say, but also like, I'm all about the gentle parenting and showing her love and also want to be like, don't let anyone fuck with you or else you fucking fuck them up.
Yo, I be trying to be gentle with shit too, right? Like you really talk to her and shit, right? But I was putting her to bed the other night and I didn't have a shirt on. I just had my PJs on. She kept fucking squeezing my nipples so hard. And I was telling her, I was like, Beta, do not pinch daddy's chichi, okay? That hurts, okay? She's like, why? And she kept doing it. And I was like, Beta, stop! Stop it! She looked at me like, yo,
a little shake don't hurt.
You never shook me before. I'm like, dude. She's looking at me like, I'm like, baby girl, do not. That hurts. Because she got these little tiny fingertips.
Just taking
like little like lobster claws.
Yeah,
I know.
That shit was crazy.
So
I did teach my daughter how to do that to her father. So I'm like, luckily she doesn't do that to me because I'd be like, hands off. But it's funny we say chichis too. So like, I usually try not to give like things like that nicknames, or if she has like So this has been, it's prior to having, you know, when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm not going to nickname things because there's just like horrible stories out there like that. That's the one thing that I do nickname is like Chi-Chi's because she doesn't nipple and bottles and like it just gets confusing. But like vagina, I tell her it's called vagina and like, you know, she asked about Dada's worm one time and I was like, that's not a worm. That is a penis.
It was cute. We were on the phone with each other and at one point we were cussing. Like you and I were going back and forth, not cussing at each other, but we were just cussing in general. We're yelling at each other.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, you started switching up your words. I'm like, what's going on? You're like, oh, I'm around my dog. I said, my bad. Let me switch too. Because I'm very well aware of that as like anti-mode because y'all new parents, just like my sister, have taken parenting to a different level versus what we were raised with. We had a whole bunch of
we heard all the words.
Yeah, we had all the words.
Yeah,
It was just like do as I say, not as I do.
Right. And we understood that too. Our parents swore we knew not to swear.
We knew.
I did. I was like, I'll get my ass beat if I said the same thing you just said. Like I was 5 years old and I knew not to say that. Right. I heard him swear.
And my sister always says she's first generation gentle parenting. So to be very lenient. So I understand when
But also I
switch.
I recently when I started like kind of like swearing, someone's going to say it someday and then she's going to repeat it. So I want her to hear it. If it comes from me, I'd rather it come from me than someone else. And then she learn it. I'm like, where did you learn that from? You know, I'd rather her hear it and me say, that's a bad word. Don't say this word. And she understands that too. So like parenting's all different. Like everyone's like, you know, like does whatever. And I just think that this is the most appropriate way.
Okay. Well, speaking about parenting and your work and what you do, how is that conversation going with her? Do you talk about it now with mommy's work, or is this something that you're prepared to have later on down the line? Especially with, you know, she's now on reality TV, and at some point,
I let her see that episode.
Okay,
parts of it. I mean, actually, that episode really wasn't even terrible because they wanted to focus like my daughter coming to the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I let her see everything that I'm doing, or I explained to her that I'm doing work, and she understands that like when there's a camera, it's work. When I'm kind of like on my phone, I explain to her it's work, or because you kind of like when I don't have my nanny or anything like that, you kind of have to just work and watch your child at the same time, you know, like answer phone calls, do this, X, Y, and Z. But she understands all of that. She's very like comprehensive, you know. She just really just grasped like what work is, and then she can differentiate that. But I mean, I wouldn't have explained it to her before she was 4. She wouldn't have understood. But yeah, I don't want to hide anything from her because there's just nothing to hide. I'm proud of what I do. I don't give a shit. I want her to know that I'm a woman. I'm proud. This is my career. This is my job. And maybe it's not going to last forever. If it does, great. I'll be like some 80-year-old. Like
you're like, hey, pop.
There's a buyer for everything. But
but do you feel like that was a big motivation for you to get on the reality TV show to show your daughter what it looks like, and to show there's a lot of other mothers that are in the position that you're in that do this type of content work.
Yeah.
That this is what it looks like from your perspective to kind of humanize it. Do you feel like it humanizes you a bit more?
You know, there's this stigma, OnlyFans. Oh my gosh, she's this, you guys hear it all, I'm sure. But I don't post my child on my work, you know, on Instagram or, you know, socials, all like that. Here and there, I dabble a little bit just because of the industry that I am in. If I was in a different industry, it'd be easier. I just feel like to kind of keep it a little separate. But also, you know, like I like to show a little bit of her and show that like, hey, I'm a working mom, you know, like, but yeah, there's a stigma of like, you do OnlyFans. So you can't be a mom, you're a mom, you can't do OnlyFans, you know, vice versa, whatever. So it was a proud moment to be on the show, be able to portray exactly how we work and like how hard we work. And we work from like nonstop. Time we wake up, time to go to sleep, you know, whatever. At one point though, I did lose my Instagram, and that's how I pushed my OnlyFans.
Oh, damn.
So I think I lost my Instagram for like a month.
You were off there for a while.
A whole month?
It felt like
That feels crazy. That was crazy.
Long as fuck.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, it's just gonna be down for a week, which is really, really fucking long. And then I like everything you're connected to, you don't even realize it's on Instagram. You're like, let me text that. Wait, it's in the DMs. Let me contact so-and-so. Oh, it's in the DMs. So like I had I was bragging about in the beginning, like, oh, I have that connect, I have this connect, I know that person, I know this, because I do know a lot of people. I just don't ever like use those resources. I just always have like known these people and built these relationships and stuff like that. And you get it. Like after years and years, you're just like, you just know these people and they just become close to you. Yeah. But you know them through socials. You were saying we knew each other through socials. We never really had each other's number until this. Yeah. So it's like, I would always like brag about that. Like, let's do this brand collab. Let's do this collab with this girl and this collab with that. And I would try to bring it to the house. When I lost my Instagram, I was like,
this bitch is a liar. They're like, she's lying.
At one point, it was like, Steph's a fraud.
Nobody.
I'm like, guys, I swear, I like my Instagram is like my main hub.
Your Instagram got taken down for him. Okay.
So yeah, eventually it does turn out. Some people, it looks like I'm a fraud, but like,
you're like,
I'm not a fucking fraud, man. Like,
you got it back, blessings.
Yeah, I got it back, and I got it back actually.
You personally,
on her own.
Me personally, I was getting ready to. There's been, we know a lot of people. You can pay up to 10 grand to get that thing back. I've asked these people to get it back. They couldn't do it. I asked, I had like at least 10 different people. I had my agency. They're like, it's going to be $3,500. I had like another agency. I had, close friends of mine that like, celebrity friends that are like, oh yeah, they can get it back. It'll be 10 grand. I'm like, wait, where's this money going? Because like, how's it guarantee me that it's going to get back and not get shut down tomorrow?
Well, time out.
And then there's a white list too. They try to upsell you on
goddamn whites.
Always trying to take over everything.
Yeah. So wait, how the fuck did you get it back?
Yeah. Okay. Well, why was it taken down in the first place?
Okay.
Hold on. We only got a couple minutes.
It's not even like, let me just be as quick as possible with that. But like, it's not even like it's a scammer. Basically, they just flag everything and they flag it for copyright. And copyright's the hardest thing to get back on Instagram accounts. I used to like code in high school and it's hard to keep up with right now because it's so fast. So you have like a terminal on your computer, you could put whatever. Anyways, so eventually I did research and I found the guy who copyrighted my stuff. He's in France. I found like he had a subpoena. I found out all this information and I kind of threatened him a little bit, but and eventually I found his email and he had to do like a retraction form thing for each one of the posts that he like scammed on me because he's saying that he owned the photos. So you can't get that back until that person.
It wasn't even music? No. It was your photo?
It was a story of a quote. It was a story of another like motivational video. It was just like random stuff. I'm like, I'm at the med spa, like getting a facial and like he's claiming it was his, but like it wasn't even, there was like one sexy thing that he copyrighted, but like anyways, I got it back for $500 and I was like, wow, I should have did this. It took a lot of time. I spent like hours. I was like obsessed with fucking finding
shit, if your account ever gets taken down, you know who to
ask
call.
me.
Yeah, that's okay.
You got a new side hustle.
12,000.
Yeah, she's like, I paid 5, but you paid 12.
Yeah.
$500 is like 3,000 in French francs. Suck les blues, just my email. What is it? Oh my God, this girl is very serious about this.
It's actually Bitcoin that I sent to.
Oh shit. Well, damn. Well, we gotta get out of here, but because you were late.
I'm sorry.
I just want to let y'all know I'm not cutting this episode off because I don't fuck with her. I'm cutting it off because we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Because Denisha said, I got other people.
Because Denisha said, look, homie, I'm trying to work.
Just like that in that tone.
Well, what's the name of the show? When can we watch it? How can we watch it?
House of Heat every Thursday on Tubi.
Yes, sir.
We cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boop. Thank you, Stephie, for pulling up. Make sure y'all follow her on everything. Check out her OnlyFans, check out her Instagram, all that bullshit. And thank you for watching No Chaser Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Everything.
Also, watch us golf eventually. Side note, she golfs as well.
They both golf.
Yes, we both golf, and we're going to be working together with clothes on. So
don't say that.
Maybe
they might be close.
Who knows? Tassels? You don't know.
Who knows?
Skizzering.
Nikki Blades has a YouTube channel. She's gonna start uploading more shit. Subscribe to her shit.
Golf shit.
Goodybrand.com. We got new hats.
Yeah. Show your heads. Ow.
Thank you for watching No Chaser Podcast. I'm Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.